Because He Lives, key of G. I'll play through it. So I started with the chorus. Maybe, I don't know if I should have, but here we go. I started on D. I'm kind of following the melody in bits and snatches in the song, but not the whole song. I'm not going to be doing it exactly the same because I don't remember exactly what I did. So start on D, C chord over D, G, C, E, G over D, A, octave. Any of these octaves you can just cut off the bottom note if you don't want to do an octave, or if your hand doesn't want to. I would suggest at some point you're going to need to learn how to do octaves. It just sounds so nice and full for any style of music. Either worship music, gospel, or hymns. At some point, you're going to want to throw in that octave. Not all the time, but it definitely is nice. Right hand is B, D, G, B. That's a G chord. I did an arpeggio here. I've done this several ways, but for now, I'm going to do a G7. So I just threw in F to make that a G7 in the right hand. Left hand is B, G. I can fade tomorrow. Okay, that's C2. C, D, G over C5. Tomorrow. It's a G chord, mirroring G on the left hand. Right hand is B, D, G. Left hand is B, G. You can just hit a plain C in the right hand, a root position C, C, E, G over A, G. Because He lived. Not sure if I want to do that, but you could walk back up. Because He lived. And that would be G over D. I can face tomorrow. Because I think I like that better. C over G, C over D. Right hand is G, C, E, G over D octave. I'm just trying to figure out how to fill this. You could do a multitude of things. So you could go G suspended over D, G, C, D over D, and then change that G to F sharp. Then I would go to a G2, G, A, B, D, G5. So that's a A7, C sharp, E, G, and then I would add the B. Sort of following the melody in some spots. A7 in the left hand. Gone, D9, C, E, F sharp, A over D5. Fear is gone. Because that's your D11 again. C over D. I, A octave, no. So, no. You can do that too if you want to follow the melody. You can do that. So it'd be a G chord over G, and then you're changing to F sharp here and here, and then a G7 over G7. Because I know so you could just do sixth, which is D, B, E, C, and then end on a G7 or a G9. No. And then change your left hand to a G7. Who holds, and I'm just following the melody here. Who holds the future? So F, G, B, F, A, F, G, B, C2, which is D, E, G, C. Did a C arpeggio, C, G, C. Future. Okay, then I walk down. Right hand is G. G, B, D, G over B. Then it's A minor 7, which is G, A, C, E, G. I walk down C, B, A, and life. Okay, life is G chord, again, over B, is A minor, C, E, A, over C, worth, and life is worth. Right hand is D, G, B, G chord, left hand is mirroring that, D, B. A living, changes it to a E minor, 7 in the right hand, D, E, G, B over E5, E, B in the left hand. And life is worth a living just. A minor 6, is it A minor? A minor 7. C, E, G, A over A7, A, G. Because D11, C over D, he lives. This is a really nice, if you're doing these kinds of songs, what do we call these kinds of songs? Classic, religious song? I don't know what we call this. Southern gospel? I don't know. Anyway, if you're doing this, this is a nice ending. So you end up on G over G, open G5 in the left hand. Right hand D, G, left hand G, F sharp. Right hand C, G, left hand G, E. Right hand A, G, left hand G, C. Right hand B, G, left hand G5. How sweet. And you do your D11 again. To hold. And it's a G2, A, B, D, G, over a G arpeggio, G, D, G. Right hand is open, G over B. G, D, G over B. A newborn baby. So then we go to C2 over C5. C, D, G over C, G. So I did an arpeggio, and then I kind of filled it out with the right hand. G over G, we're mirroring it. Right hand is B, D, G over B, G. Then an A. You could just hit a C in the right hand and a A7 in the left hand if you want, or you can hit it with more chords. More notes, I mean. Baby, and feel. It's your D11 again. The pride. Okay, classic gospel stuff I'm doing here. Okay, right hand is G2. Left hand is G5. Right hand is G suspended. Left hand is A5. Right hand is A, D. Left hand is B. And then I hit the G. And then I go, whoops. You can, or if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just stay there. Bright as sea and feel the pride and joy it brings. You could just do your A minor 7 over A5, A, C, E, G, and I'm throwing a G on the bottom, and then in the left hand A5. You can do that, or you can do, this is open D, D, A, D over B7, and then same thing with going half a step down, D flat, A flat, D flat over B flat 7, which is B flat, A flat. Right hand, open C, left hand, A7. Enjoy. Then I resolved all that to a D7. Okay, that's a D7, F sharp, C, D, F sharp over D5. Ah, da, da, da. Same thing. Da, da, da. So then left hand I hit a G7. And then right hand I just hit F chord, C, F, A, and then G chord, D, G, B. Sure. Okay, then it's C2, D, E, G, C over C5. Sure. Then I go to A minor 7 again. Then, what is, I don't remember the words. The child. Okay, G over B, B, D, G. Can, C minor, A minor, C, E, A over C, face, D11, G over D, D, G, B, uncertain day. So it would be C2 over D, because you could go to a D7 if you want, because he lives. Back to your G2, A, B, D, G over G5, GD. And hit your D11. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. You got the idea, I think.